killed by mythical Bandage Bazooka. If you don't believe me, see, I'm not going crazy. With mythical Bandage Bazooka, Fortnite is becoming trash and needs to delete it.
So right at the beginning of Fortnite Chapter 2, Epic Games added the Bandage Bazooka, and you're gonna see when it's inside of your inventory, it has two different slots, and as well as that, when you shoot it, it does recharge. Now at the moment, mine isn't recharging because I have unlimited ammo turned on. But the recharging mechanic actually counts as a separate weapon. So what most of you guys don't know is that there's a special variant of the Bandage Bazooka, which is actually Mythic. So you can see right here, there is a Mythic Bandage Bazooka. At the moment, it's currently impossible to obtain this inside of creative mode. However, if it's ever possible in the future, I will either upload it on this channel or my second channel called RT8, so make sure you subscribe to both of them. And we do know for a fact that this 100% does exist because we can see it inside of the game files, and there's also been some clips on YouTube of people accidentally getting a glitch where it says they've been eliminated by the Mythic Bandage Bazooka. Now me and many other people have tried to obtain this inside of creative mode, however there's currently no glitches to get it inside of creative. But I thought you guys would find it interesting to know that the recharging mechanic from the Bandage Bazooka actually counts as a different weapon, just like the purple shadow bomb does, and it's a mythic variant of the Bandage Bazooka. Now obviously there's also more rechargeable items inside of Fortnite. So most of you guys know about the cardboard bots that they added in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2. I don't think it's currently in the game anymore, however we do have it inside of creative mode. Now you're going to see when we use this, it does recharge. You can see it in the bottom right hand corner. It does say it's recharging, and when we use all of them up, it does grey out, as you can see right now. Now obviously this has a rechargeable feature, and that means that there's also a mythic variant of the cardboard bars. And here's what it looks like. So if we're ever able to get the secret variant of the rechargeable bots, this is what it will look like if we're able to save it inside of a vending machine. Now let's just hope one day we're able to get this, because imagine how insane that would look inside of your island. If there's never a glitch to get this, hopefully one day Epic Games will let us just change the variants of weapons just like this, because imagine how sick it would be if you could make any item mythic. But yes, this does exist and it is actually inside of the game files, and every single time your cardboard box recharges, just like it is now, there's actually a mythic variant of it hidden inside of your inventory. Now there's obviously more rechargeable items that probably have mythic variants, but now I want to show you guys a weapon that's only ever been in the game for around 15 minutes.
Alors, on a le droit à un Zapatron légendaire et un kit de swing. Donc, voyons voir ce que vaut ce petit Zapo machin légendaire.
So back in one of the first seasons of Fortnite, Epic Games released a patch to the game that added a weapon called the Zapatron. Now there's only about 2 clips on the internet of the Zapatron, and this is what it looks like. I think you can obtain it inside of Save the World, however it was actually inside of Battle Royale for around 15 minutes a few years ago. Now there's official patch notes that say it was added to the game, and this is probably one of the biggest myths inside of Fortnite. No one knows if it was in the game or not, however there has been some clips that have surfaced. I've actually retested the assault rifle to the Zapatron, so this is what it would look like if you had it in game. Obviously when I shoot it, it's just going to be the assault rifle, but here's what it would look like inside of your inventory if it had a weapon wrap on. That's kind of cool, and again we can drop it and stuff like that. So hopefully one day Epic Games let us have this inside of creative mode, and you can see there it does say Zapatron. Now I just really hope one day we are able to get it, because it'll be so sick, and from the clips we have seen of it, it literally just shoots out a massive lightning bolt or something. And the reason they removed it is because it was so overpowered, and I think they knew that it was just going to ruin Battle Royale, and it was back when Battle Royale was first introduced into the game. So this is basically like a secret item, even though it has been in the game and Epic Games officially did announce that it was in the game. It's kind of like a secret because not many people ever saw this weapon. Now as well as weapons, there's also been some secret devices that used to be inside of Fortnite, including a really weird developer device that was added when creative mode first came out. Fortnite Creative came out at the beginning of Season 7, and when they first introduced Creative Mode, not many people were used to it. Obviously, it was something completely different to Battle Royale, and one of the coolest things is that we had our own islands, and we couldn't really do much on them back then. We couldn't just go into phase mode and go under the map. Back then, we had to glitch underneath our own islands, and when you glitched underneath your own islands, there was a secret device that used to be inside of Creative Mode. Now, it used to be around this size here. It didn't used to look like this at all, but currently, it's impossible to get inside of Creative Mode. So I just tried to recreate it slightly. It doesn't look that similar, but I'm just doing this so you guys know the dimensions and you understand how it worked. Now basically when you went close to it, it actually said modify game settings, and when you press this, it used to open up your game settings. So I'm obviously inside of a game at the moment, so I can't do it. But when you did it, it opened your game settings, and back then there wasn't many settings. It was just time of day and a few other things. Now I'm not sure if people that didn't have island permissions, if they could use this. There was some secret developer device that they just added inside of Creative Mode for some reason, and no one really understood why it was there. Looking back at it now, the reason they probably removed it is because you could probably easily just fly over to people's islands using a glitch and modify their game settings. So that's probably why they removed it. But I thought that's kind of interesting, and it's just a little secret item that used to be inside of Creative that you guys may have forgotten about. So back in the OG playground, they used to do these things called mini games. Now there's even some building mini games, and they used to have these really cool holographic builds. Now these are the holographic builds that they used to use for these types of challenges. Now almost every single mini game has been removed from the game files now, apart from the spiky stadium, and that means that we can't see these really cool builds anymore. However, using a glitch, we're able to get these builds by themselves. So this isn't what the challenges used to look like, but the builds that were used inside of the challenges used to look exactly like this. Now the cool thing about these is that if we pull out our build like this, it does say edit, and when we press into it, you can see that it does have a selection here. Now something else that's really weird about it is that we can build, so even though they're holographic, we can build on top of them, so they do kind of count as a solid object even though we can walk straight through them. Now it's super easy to get these, and you literally just want to get any floor, and you're going to press into paste, and then you just want to swap to the build, and you can see I've literally done it first time right there. Now everyone that used to play the OG playground and you know what these mini games are, this should bring back a lot of nostalgia for you guys. So these are like some secret developer builds, and it's kind of cool how we have them on our island. So I've finally got two secret devices that's inside of Fortnite Creative. Now this one's called the Matchmaking Portal, and believe it or not, this isn't inside of the creative inventory. So if we go inside of the inventory here, you can see it's nowhere to be seen. If we go to devices, it's not been added yet, and this is basically just for developers and I think map creators as well. So you may see these in the Creative Hub, however you've probably never seen that you can customize these because all of this here isn't public yet, and this has been in the game for quite a while now, and you can literally put in any code you want. So if you wanted, you could put in an island code, and the island thumbnail would actually appear here, which is so sick. Now as well as that, we've also got this, and this shouldn't be inside of our islands anymore. You can see that you can completely phase through it, and if I wanted to get rid of this, there's no possible way to get rid of it anymore. Now this is so sick, and this is probably one of the rarest items ever now, just because of the fact that it's impossible to remove from your island, and it's impossible to ever get again. So this is basically from the Creative Hub template island, and Epic Games didn't want you putting them in your own islands. However, we do have them here, and these are two secret devices that we shouldn't have inside of Creative Mode. So since we're talking about OG stuff, let's talk about the OG phone. Now you guys know that the phone is normally on the left hand side now, but back in the day it used to be inside of our inventory. Now using a glitch, we've also got the OG phone. Now that means that we can see what it says again. We didn't used to be able to see this because Epic Games did put it in a different slot separate to our inventory slot. So you can see that the phone says allows copying, moving or editing objects in the world. Now that's so sick how we've got it, and we can move it around. Unfortunately we can't drop it, and everyone's always wanted it to be possible to drop the phone and save it instead of an item spawner. Now yesterday I actually found a glitch that allows me to drop the phone, and I'm not even joking, it does drop. However, the second it drops from your inventory, it completely despawns, and it's basically the same thing it does with C4 once your C4's run out. So when you drop the C4 once it's run out, it just disappears into nothingness. Now we may be able to save it in the future, so that'd be kind of insane if we can, but I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like once I completely get rid of my creative phone because obviously no one's really managed to do this before. So this is basically how you you do it. You're going to see if I go inside of my consumables, I've kind of glitched it out now. So if I drag something on top of the phone, it might disappear. And there we go, it's literally disappeared. So now if I throw something out of my inventory, you can see the phone's nowhere to be seen. So it's completely gone. And as well as that, it's not in the little thing over there either. Hopefully one day we're able to save the creative phone inside of Fortnite.